Hello everyone, this is Curtis with Weed Whacker Lawn Care. Hey, how's everybody out there doing? I hope y'all have been doing great in this hot, extreme weather. Oh man, it's been a hot one, guys. I tell you, it has been very hot this here summer. I know when I was out there doing it last year, I was like, oh man, I don't think I can take another year of this. That's the way I was feeling. I don't think I can take another year of this. It made me think about something last year. I was like, woo-wee. I said, boy, look at here. It was hot last year, guys. And I had to push through it. I think I ended up getting dehydrated, working out in this hot weather. And I was like, man, oh boy, it was hot. It was hot. But anyway, guys, what I want to tell y'all about is my ups and downs in doing a lawn care business. And it was a lot of it to do with it being so hot. So I'm gonna go back some times. I remember it was probably about 2011, and it was hot like it is now. I mean, it was just hot, but it wasn't as hot as back then. It was hot though, and it was on a drought. And I was only mowing. At that time, I was only mowing 1 yard a month. And the only reason why I was mowing that 1 yard was due to the fact that the customer was watering the lawn. They were watering, like, well, I don't know, every day or something or other. So I would go over once a month and mow the yard. Now, I had some other customers. Everything had just... oh man, it was slow. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna even make it in doing this lawn care, because I was like, oh man, I don't know, am I gonna make it or what? I don't know. You know, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, man, I'm sitting around waiting, and it wasn't raining, and none of that was going on, and I was like, oh man, you know, everything was basically, as you can see, like we're looking right now, the way the lawn's looking behind me, even my yard, it's all brown and all. And I got, you know, some neighbors, their lawn is green because they're watering it. One next door, he gets up every morning and water his. And, well, I got a neighbor across the street over here. Well, his lawn is all brown. As you can see, my lawn, it's all brown. And then some of my other neighbors, their lawn is brown. They're not watering. Them bugs, crookeds, whatever they are. Well, a lot of them are not watering their lawn, and that's due to it's just so hot. And well, you know, if everybody starts back watering their lawns, that will well, make the water bill go up. And like I say, back in 2011, it wasn't like that. I mean, it wasn't raining, and things didn't cost as much. And so, I don't know, I mean, it was a time where that, I think the economy wasn't all that good either. So a lot of people weren't spending a lot of money back then. But as time go on, things change. Economy gets back better, people get more money, then, you know, it starts back raining and everything gets better. But then you got to go through all these different cycles of, you know, good times, bad times. You'll have more money than you know what to do with, and then it'll come back that time. You'll be like, well, wait a minute, I don't know, wait a minute, it ain't looking good. And that's kind of way, you know, that's the way it is now. It's just hot. I mean, very hot. I mean, it's, triple digits. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, it is hot out here, it's cooking. Well, as time went on, I remember from my experiences, you know, going through that, I was like, man, I don't know if I can make it. But I stuck through it. And I made it through it. And you know, it was still tough. It was still tough, because as time go on, you're just gonna have some things that you're gonna go through in these ups and down times. You know, it rains, it floods. I had to go through that. I mean, I'm sitting 2 months, and 2 months downtime, and you got 6 months to try to do what you're gonna do, and you may not be able to do it due to the weather. It's just raining, and then it happened again, and oh man, then you got to be worried about equipment getting stolen, and that happened. It's another downtime, and so you're like, oh man. Then you got customers, well, they're looking for the lower price, and you're like, well, I can't do it for that. You want to do it, but you can't do it because you can't afford to do it because what they want to pay, and it's like, oh man, and I would just be thinking to myself, I'm like, oh man, I'd have to laugh about the situation because I'd be like, how am I gonna make it through this? How am I gonna, oh man. And sometimes you have to just get down on your knees and pray about it and say, oh Lord, 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 help me through this. What am I gonna do? And you pray long enough, and things change. Things tend to get better. And for a while. Now I ain't gonna say it's gonna stay good for a long time, because it ain't. It's gonna roll back like it is now. We're having in this part of the country, it's just so dry and hot, and people are getting sick due to all this extreme heat. And I was like, wow. Now I think go back even a little bit further. Back in the 90s, about 95, I was working up in New Jersey at AT&T, and I had a brownstone house over in eastern Pennsylvania, and it was hot back then, and they were giving out free fans to the elderly, older people, because they were dying because it was so hot and exhausted. It was hot, they give free fans to them so that they could try to make it. They needed some of that cold air though. Oof, I tell you, it was just brutal. But as time go on, we always go through these ups and downs, and it's good times for a while, then it's gonna be a bad time. Life, it's a cycle you go through, and so that's kind of where we are right now. We're going through a cycle, and you have to be prepared. I mean, because if you just say you had a good year last year, and you're planning to, as I say, planning to have a good year this year, don't mean it's gonna always be good, because things like this happen. Extreme heat, and it's no rain. I haven't had no rain in, oh wow, no rain. But this have occurred before, and I made it through it. So it's kind of like you're in a cycle where you'll make it through this here again. And I was like, man. Now I knew from experience that we're gonna go through a cycle. We're gonna have some good times, we're gonna have some bad times. It's just gonna be some times when the economy is very good and there's plenty of money and everybody's doing well. And if you don't well, put your money back, save that money when times are good, then you don't know what's up ahead, but you know where you are right now. So you gotta stay focused on where you are right now and be prepared, because you don't know what's up ahead. You don't know what's up ahead, and so you got to be prepared for that. And if you follow the news, you see all these different things be happening, and you have to stay prepared. And that's the thing. I mean, that's for saving your money, not overspending, and not taking things for granted. Because we don't know. We don't even know what the rest of this year holds. So you got to be prepared for it. But I knew last year, like I was saying, I said if I could just make it through And I pushed myself to go through last year. It was so hot. I was pushing myself through, and I was doing the lawns. And of course, I would love to have some help and all, but I said, nah. I didn't want no one out helping me because I didn't want anyone to get sick on me. I'd be feeling all bad about it, you know. Poor guy was out here trying to help me mow some lawns or do this lawn care work and got sick. And oh man, I don't want that. I don't want that. I mean, you know, you never know what their health condition is. Their body may not can withstand this extreme heat. And you know, a lot of times I know people be saying, well, I can't find nobody. You know, I mean, come on. A lot of times people don't want to work in this extremely hot heat. I mean, and sometimes you're better off if you don't find somebody, because then you'll be stuck with another problem. They done got hurt on the job because, you know, it was so hot. They passed out, and it could be, you know, something serious. And those are things that I'd always think about, because when I have somebody, it ain't just, I know they want to do it for some money, but I'm like, no, you know, somebody pass out and pass away on you, that's gonna be devastating. You'd be like, oh no. So, you know, and I know a lot of people like, oh, they can't, oh no. Hey, this is something you have to be very careful about. You know, I mean, if you out there in it and you're feeling it, you can imagine what the other person gonna be feeling. He's gonna be feeling the same thing that you're feeling. He's gonna be hot, he's gonna be tired, he's gonna be drained, he's gonna be wanting more money and all that, and more money than you, and you know, your budget will allow you to pay, because you may not be making that much off of some of these loans when you get through with your overhead expense and insurance and taxes and equipment and breakdowns and all of that and replacement costs. And, it's just so it's a lot of things you go through in these ups and down times in doing lawn care. You know, it's like, man, ain't nothing easy. You know. It was like, yeah, it was good for a while, but then things can change. And then and when I say change, it can change quick. I mean, you can have a lot of customers that are depending upon you, and what happens if you get sick, and what happens is all those people that you have working for you, if they get sick or they just get tired of working in this hot heat and walk off on you, then it's like, oh man. and I've seen that happen. People had a lot of workers, had a lot of lawn care customers, and they kept getting sick. They was pushing themselves, and heat got to them. And some of them just quit. It's like, man, I ain't gonna do this. And they go find them a nice air-conditioned job, and hey, they say it may pay less, but I feel better. Yeah, okay. You know, and those are the kind of things that, you know, I experienced. I mean, I've had a lot of lawns, and I've had a lot of helpers over the years. Now, I didn't video all of that, but I've had a lot of them. When I go back and I look at some of my lists that I had names on, and people that I had helping me, and what they would tell me, and I was like, wow. And I would always just tell them, listen, man, don't worry about it, I got it. Don't worry about it, I got it. Go over there and rest. You know, I'm gonna pay you for a full days. You came out, I'm gonna pay you. And guy may, if he ain't feeling well and I'm out doing lawn care, and I just have him with me, and I said, well, I ain't finna go back home now. I ain't finna go take you home now. I gotta go and finish this, whether you help me or not. I'm gonna pay you for a full day anyway. And that's what I would do. Pay him, and I was like, he said, well, maybe I'll be feeling better tomorrow. No, don't put yourself through this. I got it, man. I'll manage it. I got it. I got it. I'm gonna get this taken care of. Don't worry about it. And that's what I would do. I didn't want nobody to get hurt. I didn't want them to get hurt out trying to help me doing this, because I'm like, nah, I just would not feel good about it. It would make me feel, oh, this poor guy was trying to help me. It got too hot and he got sick. And that happened one time. And because I had a guy out, and he kept, oh, he said, man, I said, man, are you sure you want to go and do this? I said, it's very hot out here. And the guy was like, yeah, man, I'm like, all right. And I let him come out with me. And I was out mowing the lawn, and I was in the back and he was in the front. And next thing I know, his wife showed up, and he came to the back and told me, Curtis, I'm going, man, I can't take this. And I was like, okay, I understand. His wife, you know, picked him up and you know, took him home. And I called him and checked on him to see if he was all right and everything. He said, yeah. He said, man, I just got too hot out there, and I thought I could do it, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, okay, it's well understandable. Hey, this ain't for everybody. I mean, this is some tough work to do. So guys, like I say, my up and downs in doing this lawn care, I went through it. I mean, I went through it. And you know, I was glad to just make it through it, just to be able to do it, and to have that experience to see if I could pull through it. And I did. That was a challenge, but I did it. Now guys, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I got some more lawn care stories I'm gonna come back later and share with y'all, but I'm gonna get out of here for now. Oh, I also want to mention that I have my cooking channel where I've been over there cooking up some stuff there. Curtis at home cooking. So go over there and check that out. Doggone bugs. What the heck? I don't know what kind of bug that was, scared me, guys. I thought something had done attacked me there. It might have bit me. It would. Anyway, I'm trying to do this video, something flying to me. I got to get out of here. But anyway, what I was saying is go over there and check out my lawn care channel, Curtis at Home Cooking. I got a lot of videos over there where I'm cooking a lot of different stuff there. I got a lot more to do over there. A lot more stuff I'm gonna be cooking and sharing. Some of my cooking recipes and all, and stuff that I like to put together and share, and stuff that I've done over the years. I mean, I can cook up some stuff here. Now, also, it was one of these things of when I was in the church. You know, they used to have a lot of church dinners, and we would cook up a lot of stuff, raise funds for the church, and would cook just different meals and share in the church. When church service was over, then we would take and have, you know, a dinner. Somebody didn't want to go home and cook and all. We had one over in the cafeteria where you could get you a plate lunch for a reasonable price. You know, like at that time, I think it was something like $5, $8 or something other. And you get a big plate of food, chicken, greens, mashed potatoes, whatever it was for that week. You know, we try to have something like for 52 weeks, and it would, you know, help uplift the church, and also would help the church members. So those are some of the things that we would do there. And you know who that is. Anyway, guys, let me get out of here, and I'm gonna like I say, I'll share some more videos later. Anyway, y'all take care. Hey, how you doing? Oh, all right. Oh man. Oh, y'all still roll. What? Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, guys, I didn't know that was. It's still delivering stuff here. Wow. Okay, I got a package from Amazon. I just ordered that a few minutes ago. I didn't know they was that prompt. All right, guys, let me get out of here. Bye.